Hey there, and welcome back to the Skills Technical Training Guide for Graphic Design. And today we're going to talk about spot colors versus process colors. This is again something that hopefully you guys already know, but if you need some clarification, we are going to look at that now. All right, so in this case, this file, you'll notice that we've got four versions of the Skills Canada logo. We've got a version in black, we've got a version in white, which is just sitting on a black background. We've got a spot color version, and we've got a CMYK or a process version. All right, and you want to use the correct version of a customer's file for whatever the project might be. In this case, I'm going to show you the differences between each one and why you'd want to use a version for a particular job. All right. So in this case, we'll start with process because I think that's the easiest one to understand. All colors that are printed, I shouldn't say all, but most colors that are printed use process, and process is the standard offset printing color format. It uses cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. All right, and so if we ever want to check that, we can click our colors and we can go to our colors and see the break. Oh, that's gradient, sorry. We can go and check the color that we're using. And in this case, we're using actual black, okay, K only. The K from CMYK stands for black. All right, let's go down to this version, which is the CMYK version, and you'll notice that if I ungroup this and I select individual parts, you will see that those are all different CMYK breakdowns for those particular colors. And obviously this one is just going to be black only. All right, so that is process, and that's how colors are made using process. If you ever want to get to the process color adjuster, you go into the corner of the color palette here, go to CMYK, and you can mix up your own colors. That's how you would get to those. For this other logo, we've got a different system in place. If I ungroup this one and I take a look, you will see that these colors are named colors. Okay, so you can see Pantone 340. If I go to this one, Pantone 7548. Here we got 2728. All sorts of different Pantone colors here. This one should just be black. Yep. Okay. Why would a customer want to do that? Why would they want to have Pantone colors? Well, depending on where these logos or these jobs are printed in the world, certain companies want to make sure that their color is exactly the same no matter where it prints. All right, when you rely on CMYK, there are always color variations between print shops. Different printers are going to mix their inks up differently. It's going to look a little bit different. With Pantone colors or with spot colors, you are going to always get that color because it's going to be that exact color no matter where it prints. Like I said, in the world, at any printer, it's going to always print that color. So big companies, regardless of who they are, let's use like Coke, for example, they want their red to be the same red no matter where it prints. So how do we set those up? Let's just make a block here. And actually, this one's already using a Pantone color. Let's just go and pick a random CMYK color here. All right, and let's just switch this to CMYK so you can see that. All right, so that is our color we just created. That is a process color. It's made of process CMYK. All right, and one way we can check that in our job is if we go to Window and we go to Separation Preview in Illustrator, we can see the inks that are used within this job. Now this list is going to be ridiculous because this particular job has a bunch that I'm not using right now. All right, in fact, if I go to my swatches, you're going to see the entire Pantone library here of colors. All right, and I'm going to get back to that in a second. Let's go back to the separations preview again. Let's just focus on CMYK, which is the first one that we see. We're going to turn on overprint preview, and you'll see that all the rest of them get eliminated. And if we turn off black, all the black areas will disappear. If we turn off yellow, you'll see that the colors only disappear from this one. Same with magenta and cyan. All right, those are the process colors. And like I said before, this version is using the actual colors. So these colors are going to show up separately in our separations. All right. Again, it's very important that if we were to create a spot color, let's say we didn't have one, or we knew the breakdown, let's say we had a Pantone book, or we knew the breakdown of the color, or we just wanted to specify that this was going to be a spot color, we cannot use it this way because this is a process color. So what we need to do is, with this color selected, we would go to Window, Swatches. Down at the bottom of the swatches palette, we would create a new swatch. So just click the plus. And we would make a swatch for this blue. I'm going to say spot blue. It really doesn't reference any particular number because I just made it randomly. But the important part here is that it is not a process color. It is a spot color. Okay, and the breakdown, yes, the preview will be CMYK as it tells you here, but the color type is a spot color. It is a process. It is a spot color. So we just changed this from a process to a spot. Now let's see if the separation preview shows that now. Let's close this all. We just changed that. We're going to go to Window, Separation Preview, and now you'll see spot blue. If we turn it off, that color now is indeed a spot blue, not just a process blue, and that would separate properly for the customer in this case based on the colors that they wanted. Hopefully that helps. Again, choosing spot colors and using spot colors appropriately, you will come across that, I'm sure, from time to time. It's very important to know how to set up spot colors and how to choose them if you need to from a library.